Ben Willerton is the referee for this one. Experienced man. Been refereeing premiers for a while. Been AR for a few Super Rugby matches. And he says, let's get this game underway. And Hautapu goes short on that left side. Awamutu contesting and winning as well. 11 metres inside their half. Got a few numbers to their right. Keith Vanderhaven playing in his fifth. John Salinas at halfback on debut. There's a return kick towards the Hautapu 10 metre line. Full back there of Patrick Headley in his third game up towards the halfway line. Now they're through Stanpa Isi. Through the loose head. Now Sangia fitting it off to his left. Jacobson met in a big tackle. Awamutu driving it back a couple of metres, so they're 5 metres still inside their half. It's Sangia boot to ball, looking for a 50-22. And it's going to start to leg break, but it should bounce away safely. And Awamutu just waiting to see where that ball's going to stop. It does inside the goal line. So we'll have our first goal line drop out of the match. Not actually too sure. I made a muck up at the start of the intro. Bevan Jenkinson of Bev's Broadcasting, Carter Van Hallam on camera today. Not related, he pretends. Restart from Awamutu's wobbly. Down towards the left wing of Quentin Hill. Experienced man playing in his 52nd. Up towards the 22. Just a metre inside. Awamutu appealing. Won't get the call. Jacobson. Mitch, that is. They go to the right. Songia from St. Peter's College. There with Josh Brunger. Inside the 22 goes Hautapu. Finally brought to ground. There for Morris, he shuffles it along to the left. 5 metres inside the 22. Jacobson with his fourth carry of the game. Good for him to the Chiefs over the Highlanders last night. That's Morris now with the ball, wearing 8. Should have recognised him with the tape. It's Messi. Playing under advantage is Ben Willerton. There for Peter Asu. 4 metres short of the try line. Ball all that moment with Hautapu. Put 3 out. Just to the right hand of the uprights. They go right as well. Going to keep it in tight. There with Tahari Riha. Another pick and go to the blind. Recycling well here at Hautapu, but Awamutu Sports is Masaati goes close. A couple of years out of St. John's College, Hamilton. Now it's feed the backs time. Songia goes himself. And Alapati Songia will knock down for the first try of the match. Side middle kick to come, home side. Very useful 10-12 combination in this match for Hautapu. Alapati Songia, a year out of St. Peter's. Kala Masaati, part of the Central North Island, winning first 15 St. John's College 2 years ago. Here's the replay for you. It's Patrick Headley laying it up. Thought we're going to keep it in tight here, and the recycling well, TA were up to the task. As Headley's conversion is successful. And Songia just managed to find a bit of a hole there and gets through it pretty comfortably. Big thanks to the 2 stream sponsors today. I am looking for more sponsors, folks, to try and get out there and do more rugby or do more community sports. Sorry, it's definitely not just rugby that I do. Glamour Coat exterior plastering in Hamilton, and in Pylor, if you're after some computer repairs, G&U Solutions might spot you there. So restart from Keith Vanderhaven hasn't gone 10, so Hautapu will have the option. And funny enough, this early in the game, It's our first scrum of the game, so that's what they'll go with. On screen there, the two plates being played for today. On the left, George Simpkin Shield, which is contested between the Premier Country Club teams at the holders' home games. It's like the Stag Trophy, but that is for the city Premier clubs. And on the right there was the Waipa Cup, which is played between these two clubs. Any thoughts, comments or questions, please put them in the chat, folks. I'll get round to them when I see them. I printed off enough copies for myself and two other commentators, but the other two let me down. Actually, one of those is, they both had reasonable excuses. One was work and the other one was Dylan Jeffries, who is actually on the bench for Te Awamutu Sports today. Hamilton Old Boys Huskies beating the combined women's side of Hautapu Melville by I think about 15 points off the top of my head. They cleared the scoreboard before I could read it. The Hautapu winning the Bees and the Colts as well by default. That women's game was actually a very decent game. Hautapu came out quite strongly. As Vianney, as Chinook feeds it, Songia. There was Felibiel up towards the Te Awamutu 10 metre line. Chinook has players in his way. Burr with the ball. Man from Aberdeen, Scotland. Good morning to you, Fraser, if you're tuning in. His father. Gains over the 10 metre line now. As Masa Archie puts his head down and goes. 15 metres inside the half, they come to the right. Te Awamutu trying to go through and disrupt it, they have, and they've turned it over as well. Left foot through there from Keaton McDonald playing in his second match. So Hautapu going back towards the, own 22. Now there's Bial, the Fijian, 15 metres inside their own half still. Snaps back to Songia. He puts boot to ball. Back there is Lunovic and another player. It's Lunovic that's going to eventually get it. Outside is 22. It's one of those stab and kick out towards the right hand wing. And Songia has run past that and it's gone out into touch. And it's been touched as well. So Te Awamutu will have a line out. There is a player down on the field, and yes, I will call a time off for that injured player. Is it number 15, Carter? Sorry. The injured player. Can you see what I think it might be Henry Brown? No? So Waisaki Salibial, thank you. I was just thinking when I looked at it again, I went, no, hang on, I think that is the centre, yep. Of course, the football season in the big Premier Leagues is almost towards the end of the season. Good win for the Auckland FC side, making it through to the men's A-League final next weekend. Their opponent to be determined tonight. Tomorrow night, the Wellington Phoenix women are in the women's A-League final. But another one that people may not be aware of is the Scottish Premier League. Now, it's the final round tonight. Hearts have a 1 point lead over Celtic. Interestingly enough, they actually play Celtic tonight in the last match. If Hearts can manage a draw or a win against Celtic, they'll be the first club in 41 years to win the Scottish Premier League outside of Rangers and Celtic. So go Hearts, I say. Te Awamutu winning off their top. Running ball. They've got a few numbers in there. Loose head of Joe Walsh juggling. Everyone's lost it backwards. It's been towed through. Te Awamutu on their own half row line. Good tackle there from Songia. Keith Vanderheyden cleaning up. No room on the right, so Solis goes to the left. Big tackle coming in on the lock of Laura Rona. Gone back to their own 10 metre line. Now kick in there from Tukaha Lunovic. Bouncing all over the place as a egg-shaped ball will do. And a low standing kick. I think he hasn't got much of that, but it's actually travelled quite well. Back towards the Te Awamutu 10 metre line, being brought up towards the halfway. Feed the forwards time. Ramirez Vianney playing in his 27th. Selling us on debut in half. Now low stabbing kick, turning Songia around. But Headley's back there and he settles inside his half. As they look to go, looking for a 50-22. It's not going to make it though. It's set up nicely for Songia. Apologies that I was getting a call from somebody that I thought would know better. So they come to the left. Hamilton Bird tucks his head down and goes. Aberdeen was the last winner of the Scottish Premier League outside of Celtic and Rangers in 85-86. As this ball's been let to bounce, it's cleaned up by Hautapu. They're 8 metres inside Te Awamutu Sports half. There for Asu, breaking the line, trying to. Gets brought down eventually, midway 22, 10 metre line. Quick ball to the left, Masaati shuffles along to his left. Masaati cleans it up, over the 22, come on Masaati! As they're going to dock down for Hautapu second. Seen him play first 15 rugby, definitely has some good wheels on him. 12-0 kick to come. Mr. Squidlips, apologies if I'm saying that wrong. Yes, Hautapu are current holders of both the George Simpkin and Waipa Cup. George Simpkin can only be contested by the holders at home, like the Ranfurly Shield basically. Sorry? Hey, I'm in the middle of commentating. Is it urgent? It's not urgent, is it? See ya. The live stream stopped. Dropped. Alright, sorry about that, folks. Te Awamutu just inside the Hautapu half. Hopefully things will just fix itself the stream at the moment. I do apologise, I'm trying to get these issues fixed, but it's there with Te Awamutu on that left wing. Issues fixed, but it's there with Te Awamutu on that left wing. Being brought forward by Captain Jake Russ. So it's off to his right. Good ball there for Te Awamutu. Lunovic goes up and under. Yep. And it's out on the full. So both teams putting boot to ball, but not really succeeding at the moment. Live stream will hopefully fix itself in a moment. There's a bit of a scruff going on, still with Te Awamutu. Worm burner. Up to that left wing, little chip coming in from Korean. And ends up in touch. Tennis put up the flag. 15 metres inside Hautapu's half. As they've gone quickly, and put the boot to ball as well. Sorry, I think everyone was surprised there. There with Keith van der Hayden. He goes with another up and under. Hautapu's sitting underneath it on their own 10 metre line. Headley up. No, sorry, that is Quentin Hill on the left. And under advantage for Hautapu. There with Chittick. Go right. With Peter Asu playing his 13th match. Go right again, Songia. He was the fullback now, he shuffles along to Sully Biel. Just inside the 22. And Te Awamutu have won this. Comes back to Lunovic. Hasn't found touch though. Fires it in field. Morris. There with Hill again. Now with Sully Biel. Oh, sucking bait. Sully Biel over the 22. There with Hill this time. Now for Burr. Numbers. And Henry Brown is going to go in underneath the post for Hautapu's third. They had plenty of numbers there, and it was well supported. A couple of bad passes, but managed to hang on to. And 19-0 kick to come. Here's the replay for you as the conversions list. Set some great support play to the right. Alright, well, Te Awamutu Sports got a reply. Last kick didn't go the 10. Kick down towards the 22. Going to run it from there. It was Masaati with ball. And keep it in the forwards. As the box kick comes in from Chittick. As far as the halfway line, both and ball's allowed to bounce. Morris there with a big contact. Good wacky do. Still with Vianney. Te Awamutu Sports goes himself, does Lunovic. Playing in his 8th match. Hautapu forwards trying to get through. And not rolling as the call, is it? Yeah. First penalty. Yeah. The first penalty goes towards Te Awamutu Sports. Slide out 12 metres inside Hautapu's half, brought down to ground, but they will feed the backs. Now there with Towers. Now Kitao. Down Kitao. Go left. Show and go. Tucks the head down. Hautapu there on defence. Ball to the right here is the call. William Burner, Van der Hayden. Now Leo Scott puts a little chip in for himself, allowed to bounce, recollects himself on the 22 now. Both teams allowing the ball to bounce, which is not always great. Logan Carl out to the left. Therefore, Toru Crean. They get well inside the 22, brought down 10 metres out from the line. They come to the right. Henry Gardner playing this fifth. Young, youthful side that Te Awamutu Sports is. Carl disputes it with 91 games. Now they're with Te Awamutu Sports! Te Awamutu Sports strikes back with one of their own. Matthew Towers being credited with that try. Reminder there'll be highlights posted to Beth Broadcast on the official Facebook page in coming days. There's the replay for you. It's a bit of lazy tackling from the home side, a bit like Te Awamutu have for a couple of their tries, as this conversion stays just inside the outright and uprights. 21-7, 21 minutes gone first half. The restart goes deep from Hautapu, and it's kicked down towards Hautapu's 10 metre line, and Quentin Hull says no, we'll play the line out. I realised that when I saw where the assistant referee's thing has put it. I said up towards, I didn't say exactly on the tee. Typical Hautapu ground, always ready to correct me if I need it. It's Hautapu with the ball towards the 22. Now it's Chaddock's turn with ball, goes himself around the right hand side. Chaddock alone gets the ball out there to Quentin Hill, and Quentin Hill strikes back again for Hautapu. 26-7 kick to come. Headley adds the extras 28-7. Apologies that Te Awamutu Sports had 9. Just when I was adjusting the time and also adjusted their score. Had a good laugh with Carter off air just then about being filmed by a dummy. I think it was an All Blacks game last season where everybody thought the ball was going right to the open and they went sniped around the blind. So Carter, it does happen at the top level, should we say. Restart inside the 22 for Hautapu. Snaps back to the party song here. He kicks it down towards the halfway line. It's brought down just inside. Will still there be with Te Awamutu. But Hautapu with the penalty. Not releasing is the call. And a penalty count, 1 each. Of course, another Super Rugby news that's been announced. 3 Blues players being inducted. The first time the Blues have brought into a Hall of Fame. This is a great kick that is being kept in field, actually, is it? Just waiting to see. No, it's pushed it back. Yes, been forced back, so it'll be a 5-metre scrum to Hautapu. Carried back is the call. Thank you, crowd. What intelligent thing was I saying about before? Oh, the 3 Blues players. Do you know who they were? You Gen X or Gen Z, whatever you call. John Fitzpatrick, Zinzan Brooke, and the King, Carlos Spencer. They're the 3 players. Well, I'm going to disown you if you don't know who Zinzan Brooke is. Been my favourite player growing up. So scrum here for Hautapu. Now they start to get a good push in. Starting to twist under penalty advantage. Has it been pounced on? Yes, it has. And it's going to be David Morris with the ball. Great pushover try for Hautapu. Is the conversion successful from wide out. Patrick Kedley definitely has his boots, his radar on. 35-7. I forgot that I've got my notes on the other side of the page. Te sit 5th on the table, 3 wins, 3 losses. Got Morrill at home next week, and then University away on King's birthday weekend. Or Hautapu, big match against Fraser Tet next week at Mill Street, and then travel and then stay at home for Aotearoa to round out week 1. Good take here from Hautapu. So turn kick comes in. And it's been claimed by Hautapu. Both teams struggling with the high ball. As the box kick comes in, it's going to set up nicely for Hautapu. Flings it infield. And Hautapu with another. Looks as though it's Carlin Mosaati this time with his second. 40-7 kick to come. Thank you, Wendy Peterson. I did actually check with the teams beforehand, but it usually, if number jerseys get switched, it generally is the wings. I do appreciate that, and I will try and fix my team list so I know for next time. I do really appreciate people pointing that out. It's been a while since I've been here at Hautapu, so you see the replay. Patrick Kedley definitely on song at the moment with the boot. 42-7. Restart from Awamutu. So what's that Hautapu's 22? They're going to clean up the ball. It's a big fight for it. 3 players, and in the end they've knocked it on. I don't know how to scale the rugby there. So defensive scrum here for Hautapu, and scrum reset. What do you think is I'm leading to something here, what do you think is the hardest language in the world to learn? Carter? It's English.
It's got to say English, but I don't know.
It's got to be English. I reckon the second hardest language in the world to learn is front row of a rugby scrum. There's nothing, no, I'm just moving the book around. Free kick here for Hautapu. Morris taps it and gives it away to Songia. He's got a good boot on him. Carl at the back there waiting. Returns it inside his 22.
Think we gained a bit of ground out of it?
I reckon you've gained probably 20 metres. And the rest, okay. I haven't got my tape measure out. Actually, I was going by where he stood, not where he's ended up. Line out for Hautapu, 9 metres inside the half. Off the top. TA thought it was not straight. Play on as the call. Morris tucks his head down and goes. Great ball carrier. Now we're there with Dylan E.T. They come right. Songia looking for a second. Goes into the tackle himself. Still going, driving with legs up towards the 22. Now there with Paisi. They come left again. Masaati, Morris. Big dummy and goes. Gives it back to Masaati. He's had that rat's tail for a couple of years from memory. Now, Sully Biel. Good tackles from Sports. Standing ball, and Henry Brown's called for it and then done the old alligator snap and knocked it on.
He was going to call the offside.
Yeah, Wendy, look, I've been doing this 7.5 years, and it is such a common thing with the wingers running out and different jersey numbers. I was amazed that I started this season at Easter, and it was the only second time that I've had no changes to my team list, which is actually quite high considering I'm lucky to get one per season, but glad to know there was one change to my team list, so thank you. Awamutu finally get it out of their scrum. Slinovic goes in, still recycle there. Salanas in his debut, feeding his backs well. So get up towards their own 10 metre line. Burner ball managed to pick it up on his knees. It looks as though they're going to run it from their 22. A little show and go there with Leo Scott. This is a kick charge down. And they will get the throw to the line out, 15 metres still inside the half. Junior rugby happening this weekend, this morning as well. I think there was a first 15 game going on. I think Cambridge went down to Hamilton Boys High 4th. When I turned up, it's off the top for TA. Van der Hayden puts boot to ball. It's got a few revolutions on it. Headley comes down with it. So get up towards the halfway now. Cycle to the right. Chip coming in straight to Van der Hayden, who returns the kick. Now Hautapu decide to run. Sully Biel. There with Burr. Now there with Delaniti with that mop of hair. Keeps the ball alive. Sully Biel manages to stay in the field. Chittick, Jacobson. Now Arsu. They go right again. Songyed gets brought down, a good tackle. Awamutu, another turnover. I think that's their third, but this one's illegal. And I think a hand in the ruck there. Of course, with it's a thing that should be said quite often, but doesn't, about positive vibes only. There was an incident I'm not going to go into. Thankfully, I wasn't involved last weekend in the under 14 game. At the end of the day, guys, it is only a game. As much as I do love my rugger, but there's no need for some of the carry on that can happen sideline and after games too. Off the top for Hautapu. Now is Mosaati looking for another. Sully Bear. Oh, Sully Bears. He caught it and he's lost it forward. Now panic stations. So Awamutu just outside there, 22. There's not been a call of illegal crocodile roll, but play on is the call. Big tackles coming in from Awamutu. Can they turn it over? Hautapu having to go in there and dig it out. Through Chittick. He gives it off to a one-off runner. They'll go right. Jacobson. No, yes. Jacobson, sorry. Thought he was wearing a different number there. And this time has knocked on. And it's been interesting, some handling issues here. It is a perfect day as can be seen on screen. No rain or out recently. So scrum 5 metres inside the half. Van der Hayden. Skip out ball there to Leo Scott, no longer wearing the headgear. Puts the boot through. Cleaned up at the back from Hautapu. Breaks out of one, breaks out of two. Puts the chip through, does Quentin Hill. And a good leg break with fine touch. That's what I said. I said leg break. I tend to say that quite often, but that one literally was a leg. That was a genuine leg break, that one, into touch. And Awamutu sports move a line out. A couple of metres, 5 metres inside there, 22. Big thanks to the live stream sponsors, Glamour Coat Exterior Plastering in Hamilton. And for your computer repairs in the Paeroa area, GNU Solutions. Next weekend covering New Zealand's first domestic tournament of 2026 in wheelchair rugby. As this has been played backwards from the Hautapu, Arsu spinning out of a couple of tackles, brought down 2 metres from the line. Now there with Parisi. Go right again, Jacobson. I think he was going to be first receiver, ended up being second in front of the horns. Still keeping it in with the tight numbers. And someone's on the left edge, goes over. And I think that's the halfback, Harry Chiddick. 47-7 kick to come.